Hi everyone, welcome back. It's Nev here on Rainbow Tarot UK. Thanks so much for joining me for this pick a card reading. And today we're doing what has your person realised about you and the connection. And we've got our three piles to choose from. We have pile number one, which is this card, and it says get more information. Super, and that is with the little Carnelian stone here. Okay. And then we have pile number two, which is a card that says Reconsider. And that's with the ruby and zoasite heart here. There we go. And then lastly, for pile number three, let's turn that around, we've got a card that says you're going in the right direction. There we go, and that's with the Obsidian. So there you go, those are your three piles to choose from. Always go for the one that feels right. If you feel drawn to more than one pile, as I always say, you know, that's absolutely fine. You can choose to listen to as many readings as you like, can't you? But otherwise, I'll see you really soon in your reading. Bye for now. Hey pile number one, welcome back to your readings. So lovely to have you here. Thanks for joining me on this pick a card reading. So today we are doing what has your person realised about you and the connection, and you chose to come into the reading under this card, which is a card that says get more information. Now I'm pretty certain that these cards are from, is it the Crystal Ball Oracle deck? I'll check that for you in a minute, and also the Carnelian. Okay, so let's put that there. Let me just quickly go and check. I think it is the Crystal Ball Oracle deck, but let me just check for you, pile number one. Yeah, it's the Crystal Ball Oracle, the Crystal Ball Pocket Oracle deck, just if you're interested. Anyway, let's get straight to it. So how's everyone? Are you all doing well? I really hope so. Just want to thank everyone, like I've been doing, you know, and saying thank you so much for subscribing to my second channel called Rainbow Tarot Zodiac. I've just been uploading some readings on there. I'm doing weekly Zodiac readings, so it'd be great to get you over there if you haven't already subscribed. But if you have, then thank you. And if you left a comment or you've put a like, then I really appreciate that. It can be, you know, hard to get a second channel up and running, so any support that you offer is greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for that. But today's reading we're doing, aren't we, what has your person realised about you and the connection? And just to remind you, of course, it is a general reading, so just go with what you know, with what feels right to you. But first of all, I just want to do, like I do in these readings, I like to get a little bit of an energy check-in about you and them, and it's also a good way for you to check whether this is the right path for you. So let's find out, again, what's the energy between pile number one and their person at the moment? What is going on in the connection? You know, what's happening in that connection at the minute, please? Let's see. So we've got get more information. But we've got Keeper of Comfort. Oh, okay. Lovely card here with a little unicorn here. Keeper of Comfort, okay. Let's see what's going on. What's going on in the connection currently? What's the energy of the connection between pile number one and their person? Let's see what we got here. The energy is gaining momentum, waxing moon. All right. Okay, so let's get out some tarot. Let's bring that down a bit so we can see it. There we go. Right, okay, so what's going on between pile number one and their person? What's the energy of the connection at the minute? Where are they at? We've got the moon. Now, this deck that I'm using is a great deck. I love it. It's called Persephone's Garden. I think it's called Persephone's Garden tarot deck, but it's got a lot of nudity in it. So I'm going to be having to use a lot of these, I think. Anyway, so what's going on in the connection at the moment? What is going on between pile number one and their person? We've got the Two of Swords, the Two of Cups, the Two of Coins. Oh, lots of twos. Wow, 3 twos there. I mean, twos is all about union, isn't it? It's about union, it's about partnerships, it's about relationships. And we've also got, you know, 222 really, which is basically making dreams your reality. It's also talks about your patience and hard work will bring you rewards. Let's have a look and see what else we've got. What's going on with this connection? Eight of Swords. Oh, okay. And the Maiden of Coins. The Maiden of Coins is the Page of Pentacles in this deck. Okay, so let's have a look here. I feel like at the moment there seems to be quite a lot of either uncertainty, because it's interesting that you've got more information. So maybe there's a lot of uncertainty in this connection at the moment with the Two of Swords. That's kind of like not really being sure what way to go. The Moon as well is a lot of hidden energy, a lot of can be a lot of fear and doubt and uncertainty, right? But right in the middle we have the Two of Cups here. So I feel like there is love. There's definitely love in this connection. So I feel like there's definitely love, there's definitely a partnership here. But around it with all the twos, it's like it feels like there's a lot of indecision, a lot of maybe things up in the air, a lot of maybe you're not really sure what's happening. So maybe get more information is that the situation at the minute is that maybe communication is not that great between the two of you, or maybe there's a lot of things that are under the surface, or a lot of hidden, or a lot of unknowns in the connection at the moment. Now the Page of Pentacles, funnily enough, is all about studying. With the get more information, it's all about studying, it's about getting information, it's about that kind of stuff. So I feel like maybe there's a lot of unknowns, a lot of uncertainty in this connection, but there is definitely attraction. There is definitely attraction. So it could be as well, with the energy is gaining momentum, that this may be something that is hidden at the minute, or it hasn't really emerged, this connection. So maybe it's a crush connection, or maybe it's in the very early stages. Eight of Swords and the Two of Swords is also sort of stuck energy. So I feel like the minute things are a little bit stuck, maybe there's not a lot of movement. With the Moon card here, maybe things are unseen or hidden. You could be in separation from this person, but there's no movement in it. It just seems very sort of like, yeah, like stuck or uncertain, or you're kind of waiting on things, or you don't know, you're not clear, there's a lack of clarity, and you have to learn more. That's kind of what I feel. You have to kind of learn more, you have to get more information, or you have to discover more, really, about this connection. But there's something about it that maybe is, with the Two of Cups and the energy is gaining momentum, there's a strong attraction there, there's a strong pull there. But at the moment, things are kind of stuck, really. So if that doesn't sound like your situation at all, then you might want to listen to another part. But that's kind of what I'm feeling. It's kind of stuck, it's uncertain, it's unsure. You maybe don't know what's going on, there's not a lot of communication, and there needs to be more information. You need to get more information, or you need to have more communication. But I think the Keeper of Comfort and the Two of Cups is kind of a hint at the potential for the connection. So there's a lot of potential in this connection for things to be good, for there to be a good connection here, for things to be comfortable between you. But at the moment, it's all a bit uncertain. It's all a bit up in the air kind of thing. And that's maybe making you and them feel a bit stuck, really. Right, okay. So what have we got in terms of zodiac signs? So we've got Pisces. We've also got Cancer. We've got Capricorn. And we've got Libra, as well as Gemini, and also Taurus and Virgo. Right, let's see now what this person's actually realised. What has pile number one's person realised about this connection? What have they actually realised about this connection? What have they realised about pile number one and the connection, I should say? What have they actually realised? Love. Ooh, lovely. Love, love, love. There you go, pile number one. Can't get any clearer than that. Okay, love. Let's get one of these cards out. What have they realised about pile number one? And the connection. What have they realised, please? I feel like it's definitely that top one there. I'm going to take it. Let's see what we've got. Transformation. Beautiful. So maybe they are realising that they have a lot of feelings for you and they want to transform it from this state of uncertainty or lack or being hidden from each other or something like that. They're looking to transform it, to change it in some way. And it also goes with the energy is gaining momentum, so maybe they're gathering their energy to start doing that. Let's get out some tarot. So what have they realised? What have they realised about part number one and the connection, please? What have they realised? We have the Queen of Cups, the Five of Cups, the King of Wands, the Five of Pentacles, and the Seven of Cups. What have we got underneath there? And we've got Justice, right. Yeah, they're looking to balance, they're looking for things to be, things not to be uncertain anymore. They're looking for things to be balanced, because at the minute this energy is not a balanced energy. It's too kind of up in the air, it's too uncertain, really. And with the Justice card, when you get justice, you know, things are put right. Things are put back into balance. So I think this person has realised that they want a fair outcome. They want justice in this situation. They want to be more certain. Because when you get a decision, you know, through a court of law or whatever, that decision makes things crystal clear, doesn't it? So I feel like this person wants things to be crystal clear. Because at the minute with the Seven of Cups, it's kind of, there might maybe there's too many choices in this situation, or the energy is a little bit wishy-washy, really. That's the energy here. It's kind of like a bit of a wishy-washy energy. It's not one thing or another, if you know what I mean. And we've got that here reflected in the Seven of Cups. And I don't think that person, because it comes right next to the Justice and in between the Five of Pentacles rather, they've had enough of that, really. I think they've had enough of that, and they need to make a choice. And in this one here, he's definitely moving towards one particular choice. So maybe there's been this wishy-washy type of energy, or that's what's currently around at the moment. And now what they've realised is they have to make a decision. They have to make a choice. And that choice has to be maybe commitment to this connection. Because I feel like maybe there is a lack of commitment in it. There's a lot of love. There's a lot of attraction. There's a lot of potential. And so maybe, like I say, you might be in the early stages of the relationship, or it might be that it's hidden for some reason, and this person needs to make a commitment or a definite move or a choice in your direction. They need to transform this current energy into something that is more sort of like concrete, if you like, or more, more, and also more balance. That's going to give them more balance, but also just because I think if you're in that kind of energy, it can be exhausting, can't it? Because you don't really know where you are, and I feel like this person is thinking, I need to make a definite move here that makes my intentions clear to pile number one. I need to stop what I would say, I don't know if you can say on YouTube, fannying around, but that's the sort of energy that the phrase that I might use with my very Cockney accent and way of speaking. But stop sort of messing around and make a decision and go for it, because there is love here. There is love here, and this person's realising that there's love, and they're realising that there needs to be transformation in this situation, because really there's a lot of, pain in it as well, from this indecision, or from this lack of action, if you like, from this kind of like being stuck. There's pain in it with the Five of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. There's the feelings of lack, and there's feelings of disappointment, right? But with the Five of Cups, there's always the Two of Cups behind it. And we have the Two of Cups there, which is, again, what I said before, the potential. So this person is realising the potential of the situation in the context of it at the moment, which is probably, you know, frustrating, painful, unsure, unclear. But they're realising the potential. They're realising the love that they feel. And they don't like the lack. But in this card, the Five of Pentacles, you know, this feeling of lack and being out of the cold can be easily remedied because they've got the key here and they can open that door up and they can get out of that situation. So I think this person is realising, you know, we can get ourselves out of this stuckness by maybe me being clear and certain about what I want, and that is pile number one, and choosing pile number one, and not keeping us in this kind of like state of kind of not being sure. So if you're single, maybe this person is, if it's a crush, maybe this person is going to make a definite move. If you're in those early stages, maybe this person is going to level up the connection a little bit more and make it a bit more committed. If you're with them, then I would say you're going to be moving out of a period of feeling stuck or where you're not getting on, or maybe things are, you know, are going through a little bit of a downtime or an uncertain time. This person is going to make the decision or has realised that they need to do something, take some kind of action here to actively choose you, to actively create balance and the right outcome for you and them, which is transforming it, giving it love, making it comfortable again, right? So we also have the Queen of Cups here, so I would say that they definitely have realised how much you mean to them. Again, there's a lot of love, and it comes right next to the love card, doesn't it? So again, this person definitely realised that they love you, that they care about you, that they want to nurture you and the connection, for sure, with the Queen of Cups here. There may also be a strong pull, a strong intuitive pull to you. You know, there's a strong, with the Moon and the Queen of Cups, there's like a lot of psychic energy there, a lot of intuition. So maybe this person has realised that intuitively you and them belong together. There's a strong pull. They might actually feel that you have a lot of intuition, that you have some kind of hold on them in some way, or some kind of pull towards you that they can't quite explain. The King of Wands, you know, they want things to be certain. They want it to be, you know, it's such a confident energy, the King of Wands, isn't it, with this line in the background. The stance of this chap here is so confident, and that is the King of Wands. They're confident, they're out there, they are you know, they're very sociable. There's nothing hidden about the King of Wands. So I would say underneath the Two of Cups, which is, you know, love, union, partnership, they want to be out there with that. They want it out on show. They want it to be very visible. So it may be, I mean, the sort of thing that I'm thinking of, you know, maybe you're in the early stages, you're dating, you might be dating other people, or, you know, that's what happens these days, doesn't it, with youngsters? I mean, I don't you know, they sort of like date a few people, don't they? And then so that might be what's going on. And then this person, or not he, but they decide, no, I definitely want to now only exclusively date pile number one. I want us to be out there, I want us to be open. Because when I don't do that, I feel a lack. I don't feel that great. So I need to make that decision. So that's what they've realised, the importance of you, how they feel about you, that they're falling in love with you, that they are in love with you, and they want things to be much more balanced than they currently are. So what do we have? So we have all of the water signs of Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We've also got all of the fire signs of Aries, Leo and Sagittarius, and we've got Taurus energy and Libran energy. So let's get out some message cards, shall we, for you? Let's see, so what have they realised? What has pile number one's person realised? What have they realised, please? I need you to help me. Okay, maybe they need a sign from you. I don't know. I need you to help me. That's only if you feel comfortable doing that, pile number 1. I'm yours forever and ever. You light up my world. Okay. These are great, aren't they? Let's have a look. Messages here. I missed you, but I don't have time right now. Interesting. What else have we got? I want you. Our love is eternal. Messages for pile number 1. I want to fall asleep next to you. We've been together for lifetimes. Fantastic. Okay, pile number 1, that has been your reading. I hope you liked it. If you have, please do give me a loving thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button and the bell if you want to hear more. But otherwise, have a great day and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now. Hey pile number 2, welcome to your reading. Today we are doing what has your person realised about you and the connection, and you chose to come into the reading under this card, which is a card that says Reconsider and actually has the Hagelas rune on it there, so that's interesting, and the ruby in Zoasite heart here. There we go, it's a lovely little stone there, little crystal. I'm going to put that there next to our little salvia flowers. Okay, super duper. How you all doing? Is everyone doing well? Giving you all my love and light as always. Reminding you that today is a general reading, so thank you just for appreciating that and only taking messages that resonate with you. I just want to use this chime as well to say thank you to everyone who has subscribed to my second channel, Rainbow Tarot Zodiac. So happy that you've done that. Thank you so much. It can be a bit of a can be tricky to do a second channel or hard to build up a second channel. I thought I'd give it a go, so any support that people give me I really appreciate. Thank you so much for doing that. I've uploaded the readings for the week the 5th to the 11th and I'll be doing that every week with all the zodiac signs, so thank you for that. But let's get straight to today's reading. So what I'm going to do first of all, like I did in pile number 1, I'm just going to do a bit of an energy check-in about where you are in the connection, what's going on in the connection, and it's a good way for you to check that it is actually your pile. And then we'll look at what have they realised. So let's ask, so what's currently going on for pile number 2 in the connection? What's going on? What's the energy of this connection, please? What's going on in this connection? Let's have a look and see. Keeper of abundance, okay. Keeper of abundance, right. And then what else am I going to go for? Let's have this one. What's currently going on in the connection between pile number 2 and their person? What's the energy, please? Let's have a look and see. We've got, oh, your dreams need a practical plan, full moon in Taurus. There's a lot of abundance here. Because Taurus is all about comfort and luxury. So maybe this is, I don't know, maybe this is or was a comfortable connection. Maybe there's a lot of financial, I don't know, maybe you have a lot of finances together or you share finances in some way. Now, Hagelas is actually about... it's kind of the rune of disruption, really. It's about endings, new beginnings, transformation, radical change. So let's see how that plays out in terms of what have they realised. But let's get this. Now this is the garden of the Tarot of Persephone's Garden that I'm using here. It's a great deck, I love it, but it has got a lot of nudity in it. So I might be having to cover up a few cards. But let's check out what's the current energy between pile number 2 and their person. What's going on, please? What's the current energy? Maybe both of you are earth signs, or there's some earth signs in this connection. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, possibly. But we do have Taurus quite strongly here, don't we? Right. We have, and there we go, the 9 of Cups. Right, the 9 of Cups. Okay, we have the Six of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, okay, the Priestess of Wands. Now the Priestess of Wands, let me just think about that. I'm pretty certain the Priestess of Wands is the Knight of Wands in this deck. Then we have the Three of Wands. So what is going on? And the Four of Swords. So for many of you, maybe, with the Four of Swords being the overarching energy, there's some sort of, because we do have the Reconsider as well. It could be that, because there's a lot of kind of waiting energy here, because we've got the Three of Wands and we've got the Four of Swords. So things, for whatever reason, some of you in this situation might be on hold or in rest mode with the Four of Swords, or somebody might be exhausted in the connection, or there might be somebody feeling tired or needing a break, or there's some sort of rest here, because the Three of Wands is also about kind of inactivity, preparing, getting ready. Certainly with the Nine of Cups, this is, and the Six of Cups here. So it could be that this is a relationship from the past for many of you that is still a dream, that somehow is still a dream for you and for them. So maybe it's that, you know, it's the one that got away. It's still kind of like a dream. You still both want each other. With the Nine of Cups here. There's something about, there's a lot of abundance in this reading. I feel like this situation is, or has the potential, all the flowers and everything as well, the potential to have a lot of abundance, or to be abundant. Maybe it is abundant. Maybe you are in an abundant situation, in a good situation. But we've got here that your dreams need a practical plan, and we've also got the Nine of Cups, which is also a wish coming true. So maybe this is something like, you know, this is like a dream or a wish of somebody that you still want, but it's currently not active. And the Knight of Wands says to me there's a lot of passion, there's a lot of desire, there's a lot of attraction in this situation. It could be that you are dreaming of a new beginning with the Hagalaz rune. You're dreaming of a new start. You dream of transforming it or changing this situation, because I feel like you feel very enthused by this connection, or you feel very generous towards it, or you feel like it has a lot to give. Maybe both of you feel like this connection has a lot to give, there's a lot to get from it. But maybe at the moment with the Three of Wands, it's kind of like it's almost in the planning stage. So, but with the Knight of Wands, that's about action, that's about taking action. So maybe somebody is wanting to take action, to take swift action, to have their desires met, because I feel like there's quite a lot of desire in this situation, right? There's a lot of desire, a lot of attraction, a lot of passion. But there's something where it's inactive as well, for sure. Six of Cups, yeah, like it could be a past connection, or it could be that you've got that soulmate connection or that bond. Maybe if you're in separation, there's a lot of reminiscing going on at the moment. There's a lot of dreaming going on. You've got the Reconsider. Maybe somebody wants to, you know, reconsider this situation with a view of bringing it back, of getting it back on track, something like that. So that's kind of what I'm seeing of where you're at. There's certainly a lot of, I feel like there's a lot of mutual attraction, mutual desire, a desire for things to grow again, something like that, or a desire for this situation to grow. For sure. There's a calling. This reminded me of a little bit of a siren. So I feel like you're called to this situation, maybe they're called to this situation. There's a pulling in towards it, really. So what have we got? So we've got Pisces energy. We've also got Taurus, Scorpio. We've also got all the fire signs of Aries, Leo and Sagittarius. And we have Libran energy. Okay, so that's kind of where it's at. So let's see, what have they actually realised about you and the connection. So what has pile number two's person realised about pile number 2 and the connection. What have they actually realised about pile number 2 and the connection? What have they realised? Hole in the soul. Okay, hole in the soul. Right. What have they realised about pile number 2 and the connection, please? What have they realised? I think it's that one. That's the one I'm going to take. Ancient Wisdom, card number 34. Okay, let's get out now our tarot cards. What have they realised about pile number 2 and the connection? What have they now realised? We've got Temperance, the Emperor. I feel like no. Oh, it's definitely that one. 2 of Wands, the 7 of Swords. And then the Magician. And then we've got the 4 of Swords again. This is definitely on rest mode. This situation, whatever it is definitely in rest mode. But maybe there's been disruption with the Hagelas rune. There's been some sort of upset or something. But again, the Hagelas is, you know, with the moon in the background, it's dark, isn't it? So it's not, maybe you're not seen to each other, or you're not in contact, but there's rest here. There's yeah, maybe there was pain in it. Maybe there's been hurt in this situation, for sure. Has she got a rune on her arm? What rune is that? Let me just check that. It looks like there's a little rune on her arm there. I don't know if you can see it, or a rune pattern. Let me just check that. I'm pretty sure. Is that the Othala rune? Let me just quickly check for you. Pile number 2. Bear with me. Hey, back again. No, it's not the Othala rune. I thought it was the Othala rune, but it's not that one. It doesn't quite look the same. Okay, so let's see. So what have they realised? I think if you're, if it is in this rest situation, and I think it probably is, that's definitely, they've realised that is making them feel pretty empty with a hole in the soul here. That's not doing them any good. They're probably missing you a lot, and that's probably why you got the 6 of Cups, because that's all about reminiscing, being nostalgic about something. So I would say that this person, and that might be why you got the Reconsider, because I feel like this person probably wants you to reconsider this situation again. Maybe something went down in this situation that wasn't quite right here. That might be what brought it into separation with the 7 of Swords energy. But it could be that they are, and it might be not what you're expecting with the 7 of Swords, going to do something to try and manifest this connection again, because it comes right next to the Magician. So it might be that they're thinking of doing something unexpected that you're not expecting. And it could be with the 2 of Wands and the 3 of Wands that there's some sort of planning going on at the moment, some kind of preparation going on at the moment, to have some kind of new beginning, to transform this situation in some way, with the Magician card here, because that is all about manifesting it. And the Emperor, again, is about making plans, having some kind of a strategy to get things moving. So I feel like this person is looking, and full moon in Taurus, full moon is about results. So I would say it's pretty imminent. This person, you know, wants to move, you know, fairly quickly. I would say, yeah, fairly quickly, very unexpectedly, again with a crow, bringing some sort of message or sending you some kind of message. And it might be something that you're just not expecting. So they've realised that they want to heal the connection, I think, with the Temperance, bring it back into balance. And they've also realised that they maybe need to take action. That they need to take action probably quite quickly to come towards you. And they're trying, you know, they're making a plan, they're making a strategy at the moment, and they're going to do it I don't know why there's some sort of secrecy around it, or with some sort of stealth. I don't know, maybe they're going to, or maybe it's just unexpected. They're going to do something that's just very, very unexpected. Let me just extend that Seven of Swords, actually. What's that Seven of Swords about, please? What is the Seven of Swords about? Pile number 2. What's the Seven of Swords? What is it about? Please. I definitely do want to create something with you. The Four of Pentacles, Two of Swords, Seven of Wands. It certainly feels challenging. And the Ace of Cups. Right, so what's at the bottom of the deck? The Empress. Yeah, they definitely want with the Empress here. And I think it might just be that it's just very unexpected. Because I think at the moment they feel really stuck. They feel, I feel like they feel in pain without you, with the Hole in the Soul and the Two of Swords. So maybe things are unclear. The situation is unclear with this in this kind of rest mode. You're not sure, or they're not sure what's going to be happening, and what they want to do with the Four of Pentacles is to hold on to it. And the Seven of Wands it is challenging, without a doubt. It's definitely challenging at the moment, but they've realised that they want to fight for it, that they want to overcome those changes and have a new start with you, which is the Ace of Cups, a brand new beginning. So maybe they want reconciliation, or they realise that they want reconciliation, union with you, to begin again, to have a new love situation with you. And the Empress is all about growth. It's about growth. It's again about abundance. There's something about this situation, this person realising that they definitely want to grow and nurture this connection, to have it in a good place again, for it to be abundant with you again. Because there's love here, because this person definitely feels love. And to kind of get rid of the confusion, really. Because again, Taurus is a stability. It's a stable sign. It's a concrete sign. It's a reliable sign. So if there's been disruption, I think they want to, balance that out and have a kind of new beginning with you. Bring new energy, revitalise the situation, if you like. And the Seven of Swords might be because they want to do that, and it's very unexpectedly, or maybe it will come out of the blue for you, or you're not. You're not expecting it. And maybe it's because they've done something dodgy in the past, or they've done something that wasn't quite right in the past, and they want to heal that. They want to make that better. They want to manifest something new with you, which is better. Maybe in this process, because this is also a time of healing. So it might be that this situation, or this person has realised in a break from you, or a time away from you, they've done a lot of healing, they've had a lot of chance to reflect, and they realise that they want the situation back. So what have we got? So we've got Sagittarius, we've also got Aries, we've also got Aquarius, and we've got Libra. So Libra again is about balance. So in the midst of healing, maybe they've learned or realised that they want balance. They've had a chance to reflect on that, or to understand that, or to realise that. Let's get out some message cards for you, pile number 2. So what has the person realised, please? What has pile number 2's person realised? I love you so much. Oh my goodness. It's a nice card to have, isn't it? I wish you were next to me. Then we have, I dream about a future with you. Okay, let's move these up a little bit so we've got a little bit more room. Okay, right. And what else have we got? Pile number 2. Now is not the time. Interesting. You are the light at the end of my tunnel. Are you thinking about me? This reminds me of all the messages that came out in pile number 1, because there were all these really lovely messages, and then there was one like this, which is now is not the time. So it might be that they're experiencing a few doubts. But on the whole, I would say this person is wanting, maybe they have some doubts or some fears or whatever, which would be natural. King, look at that. It just moved, and there you have the Knight of Cups. This person definitely realises they need to take action, or they want to come forwards and move out of this period of inaction or inactivity and come towards you in a romantic way, for sure. But what I was saying is they had this kind of one card that was like it's not the right time or something like that. So I feel like it's just more of an indication of some doubts, a little bit of doubt there, but that's not going to be enough to hold them back. But anyway, pile number 2, that's been your reading. I hope you liked it. If you have, please do subscribe, hit the bell if you want to hear more. Give me a loving thumbs up. But otherwise, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now. Hi, pile number 3, welcome to your reading. So lovely to have you here joining me for this pick a card reading. Today we're doing what has your person realised about you and the connection. And you chose to come into the reading under this card, which is you're going in the right direction. This is the Crystal Ball Pocket Oracle deck, if you're interested, plus the Obsidian here. There we go. Super duper. Let's just put it next to my little salvia there. Okay, well, hopefully I'm going to get that back into focus. Please focus for me. Oh, okay, that's good. How are you all doing? Is everyone doing well? I hope so. I'm sending you lots of love and light. Just want to say a massive thank you to anyone who's watching, who's subscribed to my second channel that I'm just starting to grow, called Rainbow Tarot Zodiac. So lovely of you to subscribe. So lovely for the people to have watched my readings on there. I've just uploaded the weekly read. I'm going to be doing weekly reads on that channel for the different zodiac signs. And some people have left comments, which is so sweet. Thank you so much for that. If you do feel like you want to check out your weekly read, then check out Rainbow Tarot Zodiac. It is the link in the description box below. But anyway, let's get straight to today's reading. So what I'm going to do, first of all, like I did with pile number 1 and 2, I'm going to just look at the general energy of the connection to find out what's going on between you and them. It's a good way for you to check if it's your pile. And then we're going to look at what have they realised. Just reminding you, of course, as always, that this is a general reading. So please just take the messages that resonate. Never take a message that doesn't resonate. And it's also timeless. So let's get straight to it. So pile number 3. What is going on currently in the connection? What is happening in the connection between pile number 3 and their person? So we have Keeper of Sharing. Card number 37. Lovely, Keeper of Sharing. Okay. And then we've got you're going in the right direction. Let's have this one here as well. So what is currently going on between pile number 3 and their person? What's going on in that connection? What's the energy? We've got Be Bold and Make the First Move, Cardinal Moon. Okay, so let's put that down. Let's get some tarot out. Okay, so I'm using this tarot deck, which is the Tarot of Persephone's Garden, which is a really lovely tarot deck. I've just got it, but there's quite a lot of nudity in it, so I might have to cover a few of the cards up just so that you are aware. Now just bear with me because again I've got on the wrong glasses, so just bear with me. Pile number 3. That's better because I'm as blind as a bat if I don't have my glasses on, or the right glasses on. I've probably got about 4 pairs of glasses. But anyway, let's ask, what is the current energy between pile number 3 and their person? What is going on in this connection right now, please? What have we got? I'm going to take those. Yeah, I'm going to go with it. I'm just going to take those. So I've got the Sorceress, which is the Magician, the Unknown, which is the Fool. That's funny. Okay, the Magician and the Fool. We've got the Tempest, which is the Tower. Okay, and we've got the 6 of Wands. And we've got the Sun. Now, they're nearly all major arcana, aren't they? Apart from the 6 of Wands. Gosh. Just for some of you, I'm just intuitively feeling for some of you, there might have been a lot of stop-start with this situation. Just for a few of you, you might have had a few false starts. Let's see what's at the bottom. The 7 of Coins, the 7 of Pentacles. Okay. So at the moment, the Seven of Pentacles is about kind of investing in the connection, right? Investing, reinvesting, you know, appreciating it again, right? So I feel like with you're going in the right direction. This connection feels like it's moving towards a good place, right? It's moving towards a good place, or it's kind of like in a good place. But there's something with a Tempest here, which is the Tower, that indicates either it could fall or it has fallen. So maybe there's certain things about it that mean that it's a little bit insecure somehow. I'm going to extend that Tempest, but it seems to me at the minute it might be that it's a new, you know, it's basically maybe at the beginnings, really, with the Sorceress and the Unknown here. So it's at the beginning of stages or the early stages, or it's something that, you know, is wanting to be manifested or is wanting to be opened up. It's like a new journey. Maybe with a Tempest there's a lot that could go wrong or something like that, or there's a feeling that there's a lot that could go wrong for the situation. But, you know, there's so much potential here with the Sun and the Six of Wands. There's a potential for victory, there's potential for feeling really happy, there's potential for warmth and growth and love, and it's got a lot of untapped, it's got a lot of potential. I feel that's what the situation has, a huge amount of potential, but there's something smack bang in the middle of it that is either causing issues or has caused issues. So maybe there has been some kind of breakup or breakdown. It's a getting back together at the point where you're sort of getting back together or something like that. Or it's like a major deal. The other thing to read it is it's an absolute major connection with the Tempest here. It's like a big deal. It's like massive. Because the fact is you've got all of these major arcana, apart from the Six of Wands and the Seven of Coins. It just feels like it's a really big deal, this connection. Or it's at a point where it's at a really big deal. And it's got this huge potential. Maybe it's got potential, huge potential for it to be successful, but huge potential as well for things to fall, for things to go awry, for it all to come crashing down, if you know what I mean. It might be that there's big energy in this connection. So the two of you might have big energy or big emotions. It might be very dramatic. There might have been, like I say, a lot of stopping and starting, because I've noticed at the beginning of the reading I stopped and started it 2 or 3 times. So it might have, that might be why you've got the Tower there, because it's got this huge potential to be really good, but it also can come down or can be cut off as well. So it might have been that sort of connection as well. But let's just extend the Tower. What is the Tower about there? Why is it smack bang in the middle? What is that Tower about, please? Please, can we extend the Tower, get more information? We have the Six of Cups. We have the Devil right underneath it. And the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, there's something about this. The Knight of Wands. It could be this is one of those situations where you've been backwards and forwards. There's a huge amount of desire in this connection, because you've got the Knight of Wands and the Devil. There's a lot of sexual chemistry, a lot of attraction, but there's something about it which is very volatile. There's something about it that's very volatile, that's very uncertain, that it's got a lot of highs, but there's also a lot of lows. The Six of Cups, it could be someone from your past that you're thinking about. Maybe this is somebody that you've known for a long time, is a past connection. You feel like there's a strong bond there, but there's something destructive. There's definitely something that's destructive in the energy as well that could bring it either very high or very low. And the Three of Pentacles is, yeah, there could be other people involved in this as well with the Three of Pentacles. For some of you, it might be a work connection in some way. But in order for it to be victorious, there needs to be better communication, better sharing, better collaboration, something like that. There needs to be yeah, there needs to be more working together. So, something like that. That's kind of what I'm feeling. But there's a huge attraction, and somebody might be thinking of making a move here, because the Knight of Wands, and you've got be bold and make the first move to come back towards the connection. But you need to be aware of that energy, because there's huge potential for very positive energy, but huge potential for very destructive energy as well in this situation. So what has this person realised? What has pile number 3's person realised, please? What have they realised about pile number 3 and the connection? Courage, card number 30. All right, okay. What has pile number 3's person realised about pile number 3 and the connection? What have they realised? Emotional release. Okay. Let's get out some tarot. What has pile number 3's person realised? In terms of zodiac signs, we've got... what have we got? So we've got... Leo. We've got a strong Leo here. Yeah, there's strong personalities in this. I think you and the person, there's a strong personalities. You might be sometimes in a little bit of a power struggle in this connection, or you might both be very strong. Yeah, there might be when you have a, you know, there might be very passionate and fiery interactions in a good way, but also in a negative way, if you know what I mean. And we've also got Taurus energy. Look at that, the Tower again. So what have they? And that's come out again. Right. So what have they realised? They might, with that's come under what have they realised? It's like they might have had some mind-blowing realizations about this connection with the Tower. Something might have, you know, might have completely had a total realization that's hit them like nothing else really, out of, you know, really affected them with the Tower here. What have they realized about this connection? Maybe they've realized that this connection can be very volatile. What have they realized about pile number 3 and the connection? The 3 of Wands, the 10 of Cups, the 9 of Swords, the 3 of Cups, and the Emperor. I think they've realised the, I think they've realised that this connection, it's a bit like what I was saying before, I think they've realised that this connection is very powerful for them. It's an incredibly powerful connection. It has a huge impact on them. It affects them greatly, and it has the potential to bring them to extreme highs, but also to extreme lows, right? That's what they've realised, that this connection is something that's out of this world for them in that respect. So the experience is very unique. And it can be very painful, but it can also be incredibly happy, the happiest. They can, with you, they can feel incredibly happy, or they can feel incredibly low. It's like it's a feast or famine sort of situation here, right? And there is a lot of stress. They definitely with the 9 of Swords worry about this connection. The 9 of Swords is stress and worry. So there's definitely that in this connection. It could be that if you're in separation, this person is stressed and upset and not happy in that place of not being with you. The 3 of Wands is that I feel like they've realised that the situation needs to be more balanced. It needs to be calmer. It needs to be more measured. There needs to, with the 3 of Wands and the 7 of Cups coins or Pentacles, those are cards of reflecting, taking a step back, not reacting. So maybe this connection is a lot of reactive. You react a lot to each other, or you might trigger each other a lot. But I feel like in order for you to go in the right direction, what this person is realising is that there needs to be more balance. And they definitely want that. They want healing. They want happiness with you. They don't want stress. And the Three of Cups is about, it could be something, there's some sort of community aspect to this, or other people involved in this connection for some of you, with the Three of Cups here. It might be that this is a connection where it's a three-way connection and there's been a lot of stopping and starting, or you get together, you come together, you pull apart, you come together, you pull apart. That could be what's going on here. Or there could be a lot at stake in this connection somehow. There could be a lot to lose through this connection. But I feel like they've realised that they want to somehow heal it, or to somehow make it more balanced, more stable, more steady, and take out that reactive energy, or that energy that has the potential to be destructive. I don't think they want that anymore, because we've got the Seven of Pentacles and the Emperor, and those are very measured energies. They are energies about strategizing and planning and being very careful and being very sensible, with a view to investing and growing something, taking charge of something, taking control of something. So I feel this person feels like they want to be more in control of this connection, or they want the connection to be more controlled and less inclined to extreme highs and extreme lows. I think that's what they've realised. They want more stability in the connection, more balance, more security, more happiness. I feel like they really do want happiness in this connection. They do really want it to be a good connection. Certainly if you're in separation, with the courage and make the first move, they want to come towards the situation, and maybe they want to come towards the situation quickly to get it back on track. But they're definitely thinking, this time round, if it's a renewal or a reconciliation, this time round we need to reach a more measured place, a calmer place. We need to be less dramatic, more, converse with each other better, communicate with each other better, react less, be more grown up, be more stable, be more solid, really. What's underneath the Emperor? Look, the Devil, because I think this person realises, with the Devil again, that there's always the potential for this situation to be destructive or to be negative, right? So you have to take control of that in some way. This person is thinking, we need to take control of the destructive elements in this connection, or the negativity in this connection, because we've got such potential, and it would be a shame for us to lose that, because we allow our shadow sides of ourselves, or the shadow side of the relationship, to take over. And I think that this person realises that's always going to be a bit of a balancing act between you and them. You're always going to have to be aware of that, and to somehow always be working to get the better of that, so that you get the better of each other, rather than kind of give into it and allow all the negatives to take hold, if you know what I mean. That might be where you've got the emotional release, because there needs to be a release of negativity with a view to getting it back in balance. Maybe there needs to be a good talk, or they've realised there needs to be a good talk, or a good sort of releasing or shedding of negativity that exists in this relationship, along with extreme positivity or extreme potential, right? So that yo-yoing effect needs to balance out a bit more. I think that's what this person is realising. And maybe they're trying to make a strategy or a plan. What's that underneath that? I can see that little one there. What's that? Yeah, they're trying to master it. They're trying to master here something which causes indecision, doubt, negativity, limiting beliefs, toxicity. They're trying to come up with a strategy to kind of get that out of the connection, or get that under control, because you're always going to have a little bit of that in a relationship, but it's about getting it under control a bit more, rather than allowing it to take control of the connection or of the relationship, which can happen here, I think, as well as having extreme highs. So let's see. So what else have we got? So we've got and the Aries energy, we've got Pisces, we've got Gemini energy, we've also got Cancer energy, and And we've got Aries again, Capricorn, Virgo and Libra energy with those 4 cards underneath there. So let's get out some message cards, shall we? For pile number 3. Some messages for pile number 3, please. What's the point of it all? Okay, so that's the sort of negative energy that I'm talking about. You have to be patient. So it might be this connection might have been quite exhausting to be in. I remember the day we met like it was yesterday. I wish we could be together, but it's complicated. Okay, what else have we got? Why do we have to be apart? Look at that one. I miss you. Okay, I'm being called to do one more. What one more are we going to have to finish the reading for pile number 3? You light up my world. Wow. So pile number 3, that has been your reading. I hope you've liked it. If you have, please do give me a loving thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell if you want to hear more. But otherwise, have a great day and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now.